Hey everyone, this is Darth Angelo 13, aka Angelo, and continuing my Let's Play of Amnesia Machine for Pigs. I think in the last episode, to recap, we started up the machine, finally, then find out that our twin boys have actually been killed by us, and then the machine sets out to unleash all the Manpigs to collect all the bodies and kill people and sacrifice them to the machine, essentially feed them in the machine, so to speak. And now we're trying to head back and trying to stop the mass slaughtering, whatever it means we can. So without further ado, let's just jump in. And we're now at this little like processing factory of sorts. So maybe we could beat the game, I don't know. We kind of stopped at this part where there's like blood everywhere and all that. And yes, there was a note. Okay. Yeah, look at them biggies right there. Just playing with blocks, one of them sleeping. Okay. Yeah, we're at the factory place. So have everyone's day. Me, I'm doing okay, I guess. I hope everyone's having a good time. I'll read that journal while I get down. Okay, I'm down. Let me read that journal, actually. The path to the tripery. It is critically injured now. I am sure of that. It jeers no more. I feel it shudder around me. A wounded animal pressed flat to the ground. I feel it is afraid of me, and I hate it all the more, as I hate myself for unleashing it. My head pounds with blood. My teeth vibrate. I retch and burn with fever. I am an angel of death, descending to smother the firstborn for the death of the two that came after. Alrighty.
I am here again, at the foot of those stairs, towards the red light of the nursery, sunset in the window like a bleeding star, the horizon a slit throat, the seeping dark to drain the guilt from us. I am the jaguar-faced man. I am the feathered serpent. This priesthood is mine.
Oh, jeez. Aren't there more stuff over here? Oh, hi! And that's blood. That's all blood right there. There's a lot of them over here. And they're eating. Ooh, that's terrifying. And that's all blood right there. Yeah, that is terrifying. Just seeing the pigs eat like that. They're actually eating human flesh, by the way. And yes, pigs are capable of doing that, too. God, it's all blood.
I can meet him, your great engineer. How marvelous. I must say, Mr. Mandus, my excitement is almost unseemly.
Yes, I can see that. Step this way, Professor. I will be right behind you.
Mandus? Mandus, where the devil are you? I can't see a damn thing. Mandus!
We are the pigs, Professor. We are all the pigs.
Oh, he killed the professor. Oh, that's all blood. From all the human sacrifices. Jeez. They did all of that? Hey, kids. Pull the hearts out again. Oh, blood. So much blood.
I climb in stillness now. Blue water runs in my veins, now I am clean. I carry the knife of this factory, the bowl of this mill. I am come to collect you from your fields and your furnaces. I will gather you into the white clouds. I will gather you to me, and I will take you home.
Oh man, there's like so much blood. Jeez. How many people did this guy kill? Oh, we're in a dark room. We're in a very, very dark room. The tripery. It's all blood. Yeah, this tripery. If you can't see it, it's all blood. There's like blood dripping down, and it's just like a lake of blood. And you can even see corpses too. It's all blood. Jeez, how many people did the pigs kill? The veil lifts. The bride is waiting. Round up some orphans and the world will thank you for it. Disappear a whore and a gentleman applauds you. Call a beggar and a lady walks safely again. Looks like we're entering a different area. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, there's only one man-pig we haven't seen yet. And looks like we're actually about to meet him. Oh boy, this one's the scariest one. Yeah, so they're like culminating all this blood and just feeding the machine somehow. Like, what?
Me, Mandus. My gears are adjust. My steam is built. Soon I will spill that blue water and split the egg, the atom, my soul, and there will be a very great burning that we might make the world clean. Be proud, for this is your doing. Until you steeped me in the blood of your own, I was nothing but rotten architecture. You have made me, and I will make the world anew.
Oh god. So that's his plan. And it's silent. Yeah, so the splitting the egg, the atom. He's okay, so let me actually explain this a bit here. Where are we at? Doesn't say. That wasn't there before in the map. What? Hold on, let me read this. December 25th, 1899. If you should find this, then you already know all I would tell you. You already know what you have done, and what you must now do. Walking away from those temples, that small pile of stones beneath the rhododendrons, the skulls of innocents under the loose clawed, headless rib cages, cruelly torn asunder to expose their flowers and the cool stone behind the altars, 3,000 miles away. I trace my life to this instant. Rain channels eroded in ancient stone. The toxins are already in this damp, this falling water. And in that instant, cradling my children's heads in my palms, I knew that I had to unbuild what I myself had constructed. Though even then, it was little more than a sickening dream. This machine is ever mine, and it falls to me to redeem it, and myself. Yeah, so the whole splitting of the egg, the atom. The machine is trying to collect all the blood, kill all these people, and once enough of it is filled, or enough compound has been filled, compound X, I'm assuming, then the machine will self-destruct at a nuclear, and some sort of nuke. Basically, he'll blow himself up and create a nuke that will wipe out all of humanity. That's what the machine's plan is. But why is he doing this? We won't know. In my dreams, I walk with my children. I walk tunnels where no human has trod before. I am sure of that. It is just me and him now. Frost forms on my coat sleeves. The deathly still and the freezing air tell me I am close. Yeah, so the machine, the engineer, is trying to... The tripery. Tripery pre-grinding. Yeah, so the machine is trying to blow itself up in an atomic fire, basically, a nuke. That would destroy, that would wipe out all of humanity.
But why did you take my children?
I, Mandus. Of all the blood we have spilled together, the first drops fell from your hands alone.
Then I am damned for a filicide, and everything is lost.
Oh. Yeah, I saw that. That was, one of the twins. Man, it is so quiet in here. Compared to everything else. It is so quiet. Oh God. Oh. Why? Oh! You saw that, right? That was big. That's the last one. That's the last monster in this game. Let's... okay. That's horrifying. It's so quiet, it's just... Oh. It is so quiet, it's so dark. Oh my God, I am not looking forward to to actually confront this thing. You see that? Yep, it's an electric pig. And does it teleport? No, it's... How that thing works is basically it phases it out of reality. Because the compound X it has in it lodged in its body. And that pig, and that poor Manpig though died. Oh my God, I am not looking forward to this. This is probably the scariest part in the entire game. Because of the big giant pig. Managed processing company, I'm going... Oh God. Was that... Oh no. Wait, I can't... Okay, here we go. Oh no. Oh, here comes Hogzilla. That's what I'm gonna call this thing. It has an actual name, by the way. Oh God. Oh, do I have to go in there with Hogzilla? Oh, Jesus. That pig is actually called the Tesla pig. The Tesla. It's the third variant of the Manpig. Oh no. Oh no. Where is it? Where is it? Oh. 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 Oh my god, that was close. That's actually the most scariest thing I've ever seen in this game. Holy crap. Oh, Hogzilla nearly killed me. Oh, where do I go now? Forwards. Oh, we're not done with the Manpig yet. No? No. No, not anymore. Mandus descending among the spirits. Blood Mandus. We are steeped in blood, you and I. You wear like a mask, and we will tear the future loose from the rick cage of the present. We will save them. We will save them all. They as in humanity. The world. Oh, God.
Only to save you.
Oh, there's the
To spare you.
block.
I would have given my soul to spare you this world and its load.
Another block. Where are we?
My children,
The blocks.
children. What have I done? What have I become?
Yeah, it's a bit sad. He's the one that killed his twin boys.
I will put it right, my darlings. All of my wrongs will be righted. All of my sins washed clean.
Teddy bear. Oh, no. December 28th, 1899. Memories. They surfaced like bloated bodies rising to the scum of the themes. I looked at them, covered in the blood of their dead mother, little piglets squalling in their swaddling, and my heart at once was filled with a great love and a consuming hate I could never have imagined. At that point did my soul split, creating him. Was this the egg of my soul? The moment the great clock began to tick. It is the only path to redemption to join us together again, to make myself whole, to close the great circle and take that madman into my heart once more, and forgive him and myself as well. Yeah.
I love you, my darlings, and I am sorry. I am sorry for all I have done. I simply loved you all too much for this world.
What is this place here? It's like a big giant tower thing. I think that's where we're at. Mandus is alone. I search for instruction, for advice, for help in my goals, but in return, the system mocks me. Simpleton, it says. You must find your own answers now. I hear something. Oh, there was a piggy pig. Porky.
Mandus, put aside your misguided crusade and let me save them. You may hate me, Mandus, but I have seen the future, your 20th century, and let me tell you this, a far greater slaughter awaits you there. I seek to save the world by blood now, before millions fall beneath history, pushed under by blade, bullet, and gas.
Bullet and gas. Wait, why did I... Where... There we go. Oh god! Ow! I'm gonna die. Yeah, I didn't know where I was going. I have to run. Where? Oh no, dead end. Dead end, dead end, dead end, dead end. Run! Oh god, dang it, man. Holy crap. That's a heart right there. Holy Jesus. But whose heart is it? Yeah, I didn't know where I was going, so sorry about that. Okay, so I gotta find a way up. Okay, that's locked. Oh, man, I don't like those guys. I really don't. Yeah, I died because I didn't know where I was going. Sorry. Okay, let me find a way to turn these things on. Let me see if I can look around and find any notes. I don't think there is any more notes, but we'll see. Please, no more. Turn them all on.
It is over. It is time to end this madness.
Alright.
God help me. I am lost in the dry paper soul of the world.
Enoch, Edwin, Oswald, and I. Yeah, he mentions about the 20th century, so he's wondering. So, if you're in case you're wondering, it will be explained in this little bit here. We're actually approaching the end of the game. Wow. So, here we go.
save the world. I am your friend.
Ooh. Who is this guy? Right here. Something's in there. I don't know what. Ooh. Where are we?
Mandus, please, I am no more evil than you. We sought the same thing, to save humanity, ridding them of their painful, stupid, pointless lives. Mandus, stop. Think about what you are doing. For your children, Mandus.
Do not speak of my children, monster.
I did not kill your children, Mandus. You sacrificed them with temple
Yep.
knowing what the coming century
There it is.
will do to them. Your sons will drown, lungs full of mud and shrapnel on the banks of the Somme. You wanted to save them from the horror to come. That is the vision we shared. Everything we have built to avert this coming nightmare. You and I are one. We are the same. Our souls are entangled. We deserve to make them free.
Yeah. So the Battle of the Somme, he sacrificed them to spare his two boys the painful deaths of World War II. Or not World War II, World War I. Because the Battle of the Somme is actually the most bloodiest battle of that war. And here we are. We're at the heart of the machine at this point. Wow. This looks like the Aztec temple.
Deep in mud and bone, and filled my lungs with mustard gas. I have seen two brothers fall. I have lain with holy wars and copulated with the autumnal fallout. I have dug trenches for the refugees. I have murdered dissidents where the ground never thaws, and starved the masses into pain. A child's shadow burnt into the brickwork. A house of skulls in the jungle. The innocent Mandus trod and bled and gassed and starved and beaten and murdered and enslaved. This is your coming century. They will eat the Mandus. They will make pigs of you all, and they will bury their snouts into your ribs, and they will eat your hearts.
I'll save that for when... Yep, there's the two orbs. The two orb fragments. Because it was split. This is what powered the machine.
Please, Mandus, no. For your children.
Pig mask. Alright, Porky. Do you and me. Oh, I never noticed that. The twin boys. Or the boy right there, if you saw that. Alright, here we go. And our hearts are ripped out. Yeah, those are yeah, that's the orb that Mandus found at Mexico in the Aztec temple. No, that area, the last area, looks like the temple itself. Or recreation of it, really. Sorry about that, I'm taking a drink.
And watched the god I had created die. At the end, when we were cold as the stone we had hewn his body from, when the lights were nearly all extinguished, we heard, in the silent distance, the Manpigs singing to one another. Then, as the last lights were gone, and we lay together in the deep, they drifted away, and all was silent. Such a silence I have never known. And as the dust settled on my open eyes, and we lay together embraced forever, I heard, miles above us, the sounds of the city turning over in its sleep. The church bell ringing out. And in that moment, the new century was born.
The 1900s. The bloodiest century of all. Edward Enoch and yeah, what a terrific game that is. So the old the machine, what it was talking. So here's something I need to explain about the machine. This machine gained sentience because Mandus' soul was split in two. When he touched the orb, his consciousness actually had split personalities. And once he bled onto the machine gained sentience. And thus became the engineer. So technically it is Mandus that's the main villain. So you're playing as the main villain of the game. Which is really cool. I like that aspect of the story. And as for the whole, like, 20th century sort of deal, what he was talking about, all the things he described were, in the oncoming century of the 1900s was World War I, World War II, the Holocaust, the USSR, and the subsequent Cold War, the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and the fear of nuclear warfare. And the jungle with skulls is the Khmer Rouge and the Khmer Rouge and the or the Vietnam War. So lots of historical references there, which is really cool. And apparently, because he wanted to kill, he sacrificed his two boys, Edward and Enoch, to because secretly after they were born, he actually hated them because they technically killed his wife from childbirth, and the reason he did this is because the reason he sacrificed them was to spare them the pain and painful death of going through the Battle of the Somme, which was the bloodiest conflict in World War I. And what was it? Well, what else? Oh yeah, and the reason why he decides to build the machine as it is and kill the masses was because of his misanthropic viewpoints after those visions he gained from seeing the 20th century. Basically, he wants to sacrifice as many people as he could, so that way here's the party that leads upon the workers but serves the bourgeois in the period of the greatest sharpening of the class struggle cannot but sense the smells wafted from the waiting grave. Leon Trotsky. That's the end. Yeah, so basically that's the story about Machine for Pigs. That's pretty much the conclusion of the Machine for Pigs as well. But basically, the Machine for Pigs, as it's titled, the engineer, that's literally the title of the game. And the pigs themselves are humanity at large, and and because of his misanthropic views of wanting to sacrifice as many people as possible to avert the apocalypse, which was in this case the 1900s or the 20th century. So he created like a more horrific sense, and the engineer, of course, wants to blow up the world via atomic bomb, basically. And wipe out humanity as a result because of the horrors of the 1900s. Like I've said, World War I, World War II, the Holocaust, the reign of the USSR and the subsequent Cold War, the Khmer Rouge massacres, the Vietnam War, and the atomic bombings, and the fear paranoia of the nuclear war. So all of these is what led Mandus to create the machine, and why the Manpigs, you may ask? Well, he likened humanity to pigs, saying that they're no different than piggies. After all, human flesh tastes like pork according to some people. Disturbing as that sounds, I know. And he saw the Manpigs fit to actually rule over the new world, essentially. Which is very disturbing on so many high levels. So that's where the whole like Aztec thinking comes from. He's basically doing the whole Aztec sacrificial rituals to avert the apocalypse, but did it in a way that's more modern and industrialized, and on a much more massive scale. Which is horrifying to think about. Like, someone like that had the resources to do all of that. And thus, Oswald Mandus' viewpoints was misanthropic, meaning that he hates humanity as a collective, as a whole. And he wants to kill as much people as possible. And then once enough Compound X is actually accumulated over time, he would subsequently destroy the entire world using by splitting the atom, essentially creating the atomic bomb. That again would destroy the entire world at large, possibly be fueled by the orb's power and influence, or maybe the orbs themselves could actually create this massive atomic bomb. And I guess in the atomic bomb that he's trying to create, the nuke, would be more akin to what the meteor. The meteor that crashed into Earth that killed off the dinosaurs, essentially, which I feel like that's actually really cool to point out in the story. The story in itself is great. I think I like it more than The Dark Descent, but both are good in their own ways. And I know a lot of people hate not The Dark Descent. I know a lot of people hated A Machine for Pigs, but I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it was good. But many people didn't like it because it deviated heavily on the Dark Descent, namely because the exploration. If you notice, the exploration on my part was much more linear. Like I didn't feel lost most of the time compared to the Dark Descent. And there was also no inventory too. If you noticed, like there was no laudanums, there's no tinderboxes, or none of that. You're basically and there's no sanity mechanic too, even though there is actually a hidden sanity meter, but I don't know if that's debunked or not, but yeah. Amnesia: The Dark Descent was great. It was a good horror game, in my opinion. But it has flaws. Machine for Pigs is no different. I feel like they're both equal in my eyes. They're both great horror games, but in different contexts. like as I explained with Machine for Pigs, it's about the story, like, and seeing the horrors of Oswald Mandus's disturbing viewpoints when it came down to killing everyone. And oh yeah, I also forgot to mention as well he basically had something I forgot to point out. He had child laborers and whatnot, because back then, like, kids used to work in the industrial plants, and they were killed in the pipe, and they were killed in the piping by scalding, which is basically burning. And those that remained, they were fed to the Manpigs. Yeah, and it's also implied that that he took some of the orphans and the homeless and the undesirables to become Manpigs. Yeah, disturbing, I know. But that's the whole point. It's supposed to be horror. Scary is when, you see it. But horror is like knowing where it comes from. And you're deeply disturbed by it, and I really like that about Machine for Pigs. But it's fitting that I've actually done this on December, of all things, because that's when the game took place. And, of course, the new year that happened. I could have done this for the new year and finished that up, but, I mean, and actually make it more poetic, but I don't know if I have any plans for New Year's, so... Yeah, that's the story about that. And also the Vitae, as well. I guess it was also played a part in Machine for Pigs, but not as nearly as much as the Dark Descent. It's kind of interesting that both actually took a different approach to how they want to display horror. But I feel like the Machine for Pigs did it a little better, in my opinion, just because I love the whole concept of a man wanting to do good, but doing the most horrific actions possible in order to prevent something worse. Which turns out it already happened. And as a history geek, I actually love the historical references, or the history geek back in high school, or back in school. And I love that. I excel at history well, but those historical references in the Machine for Pigs is really nice, and it touched upon that story pretty well. The Dark Descent did have a little bit of that, but not nearly as much as Machine for Pigs. I always compare the two because that's where the criticisms kind of happened. Because many people actually would say Machine for Pigs is a bad game because it's not as good as Dark Descent, but that's not what it's about. It's not it's supposed to be like the Dark Descent, because it's meant to be its own thing and its own self-contained story. And I like that a lot about Machine for Pigs. Though it did make references to the Dark Descent, as in with the whole the grunt that they found in one of the notes, but that was it. And the orb as well, that was also a reference to the Dark Descent, but not nearly as touched upon as the Dark Descent was, because the orb was like a pivotal thing for Dark Descent, and not and I guess you could say Machine for Pigs too, because the orb is the reason why the events that happened in Machine for Pigs. And the Manpigs themselves were terrifying. As someone who actually is scared of pigs in real life, namely the wild boars and feral hogs and razorbacks, that got me really well, and got me just tensing up. Especially Hogzilla, aka the Tesla Manpig, the electric piggy. Because that thing can disappear and reappear at will. And yeah, I did die in this a few times, but I mean, it's been a while since I played this game, so what can I say? So sorry about that. But yeah, Also, Mandus also killed the rich and poor, basically, and those caged beds are meant to be like sent to the machine, and he killed the professor too, as was implied in that last like thing with the professor. And yeah, the machine was basically sent the Manpigs out onto London streets to grab as many people as they can, either eat them or send them to the pig line, kill them and send their bodies to the pig line for the processing, for sacrifices and all that, which is really disturbing on so many levels. And the pigs themselves also act childlike, which again, that's also attributed to the fact that they may or may not have been all orphans at one point. Orphan children at one point, which is, ugh. Also, here's another thing I also like about too, is that Mandus also did experimentation with the Manpigs and all that stuff. Pretty similar, not so different from how the Germans and the Japanese actually experimented on people back during the World War II days, which is horrific, which are the most horrific cases of cruel and inhumane experimentations ever in history. So in a way, Mandus became no different than the human beings that would become than those horrific people in the 1900s, which is really interesting. And Mandus has realized that, and he redeems himself by ripping out his heart, and that mechanism at the end there to avert the apocalypse, or doomsday, however you want to call it. Armageddon. You get the gist. But yeah, I'm kind of running out of things to say here, but to kind of close this off, I love the Machine for Pigs. I love doing this Let's Play, actually. And same for the Amnesia the Dark Descent as well. A few months ago. But yeah, that's all I got for now. Hope you'll enjoy the Let's Play, and I will see y'all the next one. Peace.